Hey folks, today is May 1st and I've pretty much finished planting all my tomatoes outside in the gardens, but there's one variety that I don't have outside that I would like to try, and that's this Kuster Lee right here. Most of the time what you want to do is just break off these suckers, these little things coming out here, just stick them in a pot of soil, keep them damp for a few weeks, let them grow some roots, and then stick them in the ground outside and you'll be good to go. But during that time there's usually not a whole lot of growth. The plant kind of takes a step back. What I would like to try is a method to get a plant that continues to grow during the root process. While it's developing roots along this stem, I want the rest of the plant to keep on growing. So one of the things I can do is take this plastic container, cut it down the side, cut the top off of it, and what I'm going to do is put it around that whole stem right there, fill it with soil, and come by here, every day or every 2 days, whatever's necessary. Fill this thing with a little bit of water, not fill it, but I mean just water it, so I can get some roots to develop along here at the same time that this entire stem is being fed by the mother plant. And then once these roots grow out, I can see them growing on the inside. That probably after about 2 weeks, I can come by and just cut this stem right here and take this thing, put it in the ground, and probably have it never miss a beat. So that's what we're going to try. Okay, got the bottom cut out of it. Finally got it split. The little scissors right here weren't the best in the world to be doing that with, but I got it done. So what I'm going to do, one thing to keep all the soil from coming at the bottom, I want to put a few cotton balls in there. Just stick them down in there like so. Got the cotton balls in there. And what I'm going to do is take this right here, cut these leaves off. Get them out of the way so I can get the plastic bottle around the stem. Just open that up a little bit. Come in here, slide it around the stem, push the cotton balls down in just a little bit and pull it back together. Then what you're going to do is, I'm going to use duct tape right here. This is some good UV treated duct tape, really sticky stuff. It's not like some of the cheap stuff you get at the store. And what we're going to do is tape this thing back together. Alright, then what I'm going to do is take some of this soil mixture right here that I got, fill it up. So what I'm going to do is tie it up right here to keep it in place, keep it from moving around. Shouldn't take a whole lot. Just want it to be still on there. So we're finished filling it with the soil mix. Make a real nice mess there, and after you got it full, just come along here. I'm going to push this down just a little bit, make room for some water, and just water it real slow. You should start to see some of it go out the bottom as it's seeping on down, and just keep this soil right here moist. If you miss a day, it's not the end of the world. The plant's not going to die, because it's still getting fed by the parent plant. But the goal is to get this to grow roots just as quickly as possible. At the same time, the rest of the stem keeps on growing. Okay, once you finish up, this is what it looks like. It's probably not the prettiest thing in the world. I could have used a better plastic container. I think a 1 liter bottle, like a 1 liter soda bottle, would do pretty good. A 2 liter might be a little bit too big, but I've got it watered pretty good, and I just add water to it from time to time, try to keep it damp and encourage as much root growth as I can. I think if you keep it moist, it's going to want to grow a root. So we'll check back in a couple weeks and see what we got. Okay, today is May 15th. It's been exactly 2 weeks since I started this little experiment right here. So what we're going to do is go ahead and cut the stem and see exactly what went on during that time. I cut the string right here that I had holding it up, and then I'm going to just come down here and cut the whole stem. And there it is. That's come right off the plant. And I think you might be able to see, if you look in there, see all the roots and stuff that are growing inside there. I think it's done pretty good. Now we'll take it apart and see exactly what's in there. Alright, what I'm going to do, remember I got the duct tape on this side, and it was a little bit hard to spread this open, so I'm going to take these other snips and cut the back side of it. There. Now it ought to open, yeah, just open right up. There you can see all the root growth around it. So now that I've got this, what I'm going to do is put it in a bag. I've got to make one more step because it's growing in a greenhouse. I've got to harden it off a little bit. So I'm going to pot it up in a bag and then expose it to the outside sun and wind a few hours at a time until, for about a week, and then I'll be able to plant this thing outside. But that worked out pretty cool. I got a nice healthy plant, 2 strong stems right here. There's some branching off again already, and some nice roots right here. So when I put this in the bag and some compost, she ought to just take right off. I think that turned out pretty good.